moped store, except the salesman's like, what up, what's your budget? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know nothing about mopeds. He said,
I got the one for you. Follow me.
ooh, it's too real. Chromed out mirror, I don't need a windshield. Banana seat, I can't be on two wheels. 800 cash, that's a deal. I'm headed downtown, cruising through the alley, tiptoeing in the street like ballet. Pulled up, moped to the valet. White walls on the wheels like mayonnaise. Dope, my crew is ill, and all we need is two good wheels. Got gas in the tank, cash in the bank, and a bad little mama with the ass in my face. I'ma lick that, stick that, break her off, kick cat, stuck her in backstage. You don't need a wristband. Dope. Killing the game, about to catch a body. Past the heartbeat, Dookie on the Ducati. Timberland, Khaled, Scott Storch, Birdman. Goddamn, man, everybody got Bugattis. But I'ma keep it hella 1987, head into the dealership and drop a stack in copper Kawasaki.
If you're new to Awaken, we pride ourselves on our recitals being fast, easy, no stress. And so what we're gonna do is, instead of a recital class like we did last year, we're just gonna do a video. So we're gonna do a makeup tutorial. Stage makeup is not like what you see on Dance Moms or Toddlers and Tiaras. It's not a big caked on mess. Really the whole point of stage makeup is so that when the lights hit your child's face, the videographer can pick up all the details and the people way in the back of the audience can see your face. So what we have a checklist here. We will have the lovely Tia, who will do our makeup tutorial because she is fabulous at doing her makeup for competition, and she had some time to kill. So here we go. So we're gonna start with our liquid foundation.
So I just put it on my hand and I pat it on, and then I pat it into my skin to get the most coverage and to cancel out the redness.
You don't want no people, boy. No, I'm on the streets, boy. Better follow me,
So after that, you're gonna wanna take a little bit of powder foundation too, and just kind of lightly brush it over, and just kind of, again, it smooths everything out, makes everything really, really even, so that when you add things like blush and lipstick, everything really pops, and the videographer can get all the details of your child's eyes. And so after this, we're gonna do two versions. We're gonna start with the version that I kind of call the 6 and up version, because most preschoolers will not let you put eyeliner on them. So the first one is going to be kind of like your older kids, or anyone you can get eyeliner onto, and that's going to be the next step. You want to do a pretty thick line, pretty much extending from about midway through the eye out to the side. Your choice, if you use pencil, I kind of use like the one that's more like a crayon, or if you want to use liquid eyeliner, it's whatever works best for you. My rule of thumb is whatever your kid will let you get on them is what you want to use. So fairly thick little line there. Doesn't even have to be perfect, because, well, you might look silly up close, but from the stage you will look fantastic. We're on the same page. So after that, we're going to do eyeshadow. We like to use brown tones, nothing crazy, no crazy blues. So first she's going to take a darker shade and take it from midway through the eye out to the outer side. And we'll give you a little up close in just a second. So you want to start with a darker brown tone, just natural color. So she's got darker from here out to the side and a little bit up into the brow bone. Beautiful. Then you're going to take a little bit of a lighter tone, or some people like to use like gold, stuff like that can be cute. And go from the little corner of your eye out to that middle point, and then blend them up a little bit. Get really close. So you can see it a little bit there, but she went from the corner of her eye out to the middle, and then just blended them up really nicely. And then you're going to just want to do some mascara, and then your eye is finished. We do not require fake eyelashes. If you like them, and again, you can get your kid to wear them, I have no problem with fake eyelashes. I like them for myself. Otherwise, you can just cram on some mascara, and then your student's eye will really, really pop. Beautiful. After that, on this side of the face, you're going to add some blush. You're going to do the famous fish face. And what that does is it allows you to find the cheekbone really easily. And you want to go a little bit heavy on blush. It might feel really, really weird, and your child might think you look really silly up close, but remind them that nobody's really looking up close when they're on stage. You want to have somebody all the way in the back be able to see their adorable face.
I like to just take the sponge to make it look like just a blob. So
shape it up a little bit. Beautiful. And then last we do, you do some lipstick. Go a little darker than you might normally if you're comfortable with it. Again, it's all about making your face pop and making it all show up on stage. So that's your, if I can get eyeliner on my kid version, or if you're a teenager and you can do it yourself. The other version is pretty simple. You ixnay the eyeliner, because they will not let you get a pencil in their eye, and you go heavy on the mascara. You still do the foundation, you still do the powder, then instead of eyeliner, you just take some blush, or just like do a little bit, you just do a little bit of the same that we did, a little darker on the outside, and you just kind of let it blend to the middle. This is really good for those preschool age kids that won't let you do much of anything on them. And then you just, again, go ahead and do your blush again because you look so fabulous. Just do the blush the same on the side and then the lipstick. And they'll still get just as much pop. And then again, sorry, the really heavy on the mascara. Maybe go a little heavier than you feel comfortable because we really want them to see the definition of the eye. So we'll do lipstick. And then the only time I'll use the term cake on might be for the mascara for this option of makeup. So over here we've got foundation, liquid foundation, powder foundation, blush, eyeliner, a little bit of brown tones eyeshadow, mascara, and lipstick. On this side we've got a little bit of smeared mascara, ignore that. We've got foundation, blush, lips, and then just some mascara and some blush on the eyes. So either are good options. We obviously prefer option 1, but again, if your child will refuse to let you get a pencil near their eye, then option 2 is great. Thank you, Tia. Okay, so for our boy tutorial on makeup, yes, the boys have to wear makeup too, because I will repeat again, so the videographer can pick up your face and the lights don't wash you out. We're going to do a boy makeup tutorial. My husband is wonderful at it. He's done it for many years, and it's very easy. So, go for it.
Yeah, so basically all a guy needs is foundation. We're going to do blush.
And some mascara.
And then some flesh colored lipstick if you've got it. But don't do like red.
And if all else fails, even a little bit of blush dabbed on the lips works too, just to make the features pop out.
So foundation is exactly the same. Get some of the foundation. We generally use liquid foundation for stage because it tends to stay a little bit better. Do a big dab on the makeup sponge and dab it on like that, and then just kind of spread it around. Yeah, so just make sure to get all the areas, and since a lot of the boys like me have big ears, you want to do the ears as well. So, and try to get in and do as much as possible. Get into the nooks and crannies of the ear. Blush. Smile real big. Blush on the brush. Blush.
There's cute little apple-y cheeks.
Haha, do I have cute apple-y
You have
cheeks?
cute apple-y
Oh,
cheeks.
Cool,
Okay.
Okay, and then start like that, and then I just try to kind of curve it up towards, that's really strong, right? But you can see even under the fluorescence here, it's already making me look a little bit happier. And everybody knows I have a very, very sunny disposition, so I want to make sure that I have really bright, rosy cheeks. More, and then if you really need to, you can add foundation back into it.
Shape up the edges like Tia did earlier.
Yep. And guys tend to have like weirdly already kind of
Fantastic
nice
eyelashes,
so
all
it's
jealous
easy.
of.
So just look straight forward and then just lightly brush up to down.
And do a couple coats of mascara, because again, most of the girls will be wearing eyeliner, and that's what makes their eyes pop primarily. But boys will have the mascara. The other thing we did earlier with what I called the 6 and under makeup, which was if they can't, little girls won't let you do any eyeliner because they won't let you put it in their eye. You can also do the eyeshadow on the boys that is just the blush. Take a little bit of blush and just add a little bit, just again, because it'll make the eye pop out a little bit. Sure.
Yes.
They relax.
And no stage production is complete without an eye popping out. So a little bit more neutral probably for the gentleman. You just use your finger.
Just a teeny bit, just to bring a little color into the face.
Yeah, again, it's the same thing as kind of the blush. You just want it to be able to be seen and make them look a little bit rosier. This is really red, so a little bit less than this.
Yeah. And like we've been saying to all the kids, you might feel, or your child might feel a little goofy up close when they look at themselves, but from the audience's perspective, they will look totally normal.
Yeah, I look like a drag queen right now from this close angle, but I'd look great on stage. I would look great on stage anyway, but.
Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to do our hair tutorial. For our recitals, we just have one hairstyles that all the students use. And we're going to start with the medium to long hair version. If your child's hair is too short to do this with, I'll show you a very simple little trick. It'll be really, really easy, and it just keeps their hair out of their face. So what we're going to do is the half up, half down, if you've heard that phrase before, and then curled. It's super, super simple. Here's your checklist. All we're going to do, super simple, is for half up, half down, if you want to brush the hair out or comb it, whatever you do, then you're going to just kind of scoop along the front of about half of your hair, obviously half up, half down. We are missing a brush right now, so I prefer you brush it out. So you're going to scoop up about half of it, brush it all along the top, get the bangs in there because we don't want any bangs sticking out. If your hair is too short, you've got chopped bangs. If they're right here, we can just leave them. If they're anything longer, we'll pin them back later with bobby pins or snappy clips. So we're just going to take it up, brush it all smooth. We'll pretend this is smooth for this purpose. Take a hair tie, pull it around. For thick hair, I suggest using 2 hair ties because you don't want one to snap on stage and then you've got hair in your face and you can't see your kid's face or anything like that. So use 2. So right there, that's all you have. Very, very simple. Boom. Then you're going to take a little bit of mousse. Just use a little bit for demonstration purposes. You don't need a little bit. Just kind of run it through the hair. Get it all a little bit in there, underneath. I love this stuff. It doesn't make your hair feel crunchy, but it does the trick. Smooths it out too. What? I love this stuff. It's guardian fruit cheese. Okay, and then obviously, however you curl hair, smallest chunks, and you're gonna just, oh, I did it the wrong direction. And then you're gonna do that with the whole head. And then you get, it's kind of pointless to do that. Okay, you're gonna do the whole head, even a little ponytail up here. Then if you have any frizzies or flyaways, you can spray it. You can use the mousse a little bit and just smooth everything out. That totally works. And then that's all you have. That's all you have to do. And you have pretty pretty hair and everything's out of your face and tight. The other option, I'm going to go ahead and just take Tia's hair down here right now and show you, imagine her hair was short. Little itty bitty is way too short to put up into a ponytail. So all you're going to do is, it's kind of called the hair headband. You're going to take some bobby pins or snappy clips. You're going to take the closest chunk of hair that's right here. So it's like, if you had a little bob, it wouldn't be enough to put up in a pony. You're going to take it and you're going to just twist. Pull it back and then put a couple of pins. Make sure it's really, really secure. And then we go pull up. And then you're going to just do the exact same on the other side. Take a little chunk, twist it towards you, a whole bunch, pull it back, and then pin it together, and then do the same thing. Okay, so the first big event in recital week is picture day. Picture day is a really, really awesome time to practice all of these skills, hair, makeup, costume. Pictures are going to be done this year by Olympic Photo Group, and they happen here at the studio. The picture schedule is on Facebook, it's on our website, and it's on the bulletin board at the studio, so please check. You'll see your dance listed in a half-an-hour block of time, and if you're here at that time in your costume with your hair and makeup done, you'll be in and out in a flash, and then you're done. Picture day is a really good time to talk with veteran parents who have done this a few times and get some tips on makeup. Our lovely Tia will be around. She can help out too. It's just generally a great time to practice, learn, everything. Hi, Tia! The other thing is that the week before picture day, your student's going to get a costume checklist. So what that's going to mean is it's going to tell them exactly for that dance what tights to wear, what shoes to wear, all their costume pieces. Some of you might have noticed that some costumes have certain accessories like headbands or flowers. Certain dances aren't actually going to use those, so your child can just put it in their dress-up box and call it good. A couple of dances will use their accessories, and so that checklist will tell you exactly what you need, if you need to keep that accessory for recital or not. And so you want to bring your costume checklist with you on picture day, and just make sure everything looks good. If you've never been to South Kitsap High School, you go up that little hill in the parking lot, and there's a large set of stairs. You go up those stairs in the doorway, and you hang a left. From there, you'll see some signs that will direct you to your dressing room. At dress rehearsal, we want you to be in your dressing room, and that's how our runners practice to go get them and line them up. If your student's not in their dressing room, we can't find them. That's our only way of knowing how to track them down. Also, obviously, like if you need to eat or use the restroom, that's fine. Just try to make sure it's not within about 5 dances from when you'd go on. Try to save it for when you know you're good. You're not going to need to be on stage anytime. At dress rehearsal is where you'll learn where your dressing room is, how to line up, who's going to come get you to line up, and how to do curtain call. So those are really important. Dress rehearsal is the most important thing, and it's really, really fun because you get to be on stage for the first time for some kids without necessarily the nerves of an audience, so it can be really, really fun. On dress rehearsal day, you'll learn where your dressing room is. This year we're going to do something kind of new. We're going to have a family dressing room because we have a lot of brother and sister combinations, and we don't want parents to have to jump back and forth between a boys' dressing room and a girls' dressing room, so we're going to have a family-friendly dressing room. And then other dances, you'll be grouped in with your dance. For the most part, there might be a few exceptions, but for the most part, you should be in the same dressing room as the dance you're in. So many of you have heard my mom refer to the magic door. Here's the magic door.
My mother, so watch, so raw, more bad like a bullet. Yeah, you can't catch me. A po-po, can't recommend me. I'm in a b-boy stance, I'm not dancing. I got your girl on the back going tandem, cause I'm too damn quick, I'm too damn.
So, for parents of little ones, what will happen is you'll bring them to this first magic door. This is where students will all line up to come into the theater. Now, parents will give a kiss, give a love, give a good luck to their student right here, and then they will zip around down the hall to the second magic door. That one you'll come in very, very quietly, sneak down the stairs, and go until you can see the stage. This way, what happens is you get to watch your little one, you get to meet them when they come off at the end, but they don't realize you're there, so they're not trying to like watch you from the side of the stage. So you kind of hide there, but then you can give them a big kiss and a hug when they come off stage, and then you'll just walk them right back out, magic door number 2, and take them back to their dressing room. Now, if you've been in other recitals, you may have experienced 8-hour productions where you're bored out of your mind in the dressing room and there's nothing to do. Our recital doesn't run that way. For the most part, your student might have maybe 40 minutes total that they're actually in their dressing room. A little bit before they go on, a little bit after, but that's pretty much it. Most of the time they're going to be either lined up on stage or lined up again for curtain call. But I do suggest you do bring a couple activities like Uno or some coloring books, maybe a little bit of Legos, just something easy that will keep them occupied for that little bit of time that they aren't lined up or on stage, and it will really go by really fast. So with curtain call, your student will take a bow with whatever their last dance was. So if you look again at the order and they have 5 dances, whatever their very last one they're in is what they will take a bow with. So they'll just stay in whatever their last costume was. When it's curtain call time, we'll have all the names lined up on the hallway.
It's me, the M, the A, C, the K, sounding like a French pimp bump back in the day. I take it to Ponderay and I watch her skate. I mean water ski, ollie, oxen free. I'm perusing down forth and they watching me. I do a headstand, the eagle lands on my seat. Well, hello, but baby, the kicks.
There's little pieces of paper pasted to the wall that has the dance and then the child's name. So obviously we'll practice as a dress rehearsal, and so then at the show, the runner will come get them. They'll get them lined up so they don't have to do any changing after their last dance, and then they'll come out with that. So many of you might have heard us use the word call time. What's a call time? A call time is the time that you need to be at the theater ready to go. What we do is we have it an hour before the show. That gives enough time for if an emergency is going to happen, if a costume is going to rip and needs to be sewn, if you get there and you realize, oh my gosh, I forgot one shoe, that hour is enough time to fix any emergencies. That's what your call time is.